It's you two. What brings you here?
Xingqiu! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her...
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people, all they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, after the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist, the way this nameless heroine faded from fame and...
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be...
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool.
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near... Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those three places. You're welcome. To be honest, it's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during... I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to...
That's a deal. Perhaps.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too!
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed, so while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains...
That sounds awful!
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless... Still, as terrible as that, they say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun, and the Paimon hopes that Granny Yu and I will be... Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time.
It's no problem at all.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, but... Ping. What is a...
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the heart?
It does not require as much as you...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping!
Nothing save for some trivial matters.
Xingqiu has a theory, but let's see...
Do not be troubled, young lady.
What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know?
According to this story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount... I don't have many memories of him. But there is this one time, I found a box in her attic full of a bunch of... I think so too! Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like.
Thank you.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you...
Sure thing.
I have a secret I want to tell you.
What's wrong, Shuyu?
Well, I've been kind of mean...
Oh! How about that?
Well, you guys just seem super special.
Oh, must have been a slip of the tongue.
One is indeed an adeptus.
Huh? I knew it. Well, One time when I was a little kid, I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling... She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy, so I just kind of wanted to...
A pure white illuminated crane? Have you ever met one that's pure white?
Never has one met an Adeptus with such features.
That's weird. Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the three, let's go to Wang Shu Inn first!
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
Wang Shu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very... I believe I used to have a room here.
I'll come with.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so... Whoa! Xiao! What are you doing here?
I sensed a non-human presence and decided if you're here, then there's likely no trouble. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I have indeed. I fought alongside...
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism. Hands up and...
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows...
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as the Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought...
A cloud retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it.
Once one had bid farewell to the world of one dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and trouble.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd...
One believes there is little need to...
Granny, are you okay?
Perhaps this conversation should end here. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my...
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now,
A long time ago,
So what Xingqiu said...
I don't remember. I'm very sorry. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing, he told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, and it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to...
I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey, you're not useless.
Oh, fret not, dear child.
the recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is...
Next location... There isn't really a landmark there, so we're... After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere. Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here? Guess it's time to round up the bad guys. Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Yuendai?
Let me think. But I don't think I stayed.
Got it. That's a...
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Yes, I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you! Then Paimon will help herself. Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place, it's...
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Sure, it was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains... I remember that night. I alone am the source of this...
Sin?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy. And so are you, Shuyu. But you're always going to be different from me. I
don't care what you might have done, Granny.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. All right. Let's not stand around.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not.
Does this place feel familiar to you,
Let me see. How strange. When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of the... But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression.
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Yuandai's memory.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure some...
Thank you. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsang? Looks like we've come...
Mount Outsang. Mount Outsang.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember.
Mount Outsang.
Mount Outsang holds some...
It does, but
Are you feeling unwell?
My head... It feels...
Cloud... Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsang.
But...
Fret not. All will be well. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid...
Wait, really? What?
I never leave anything to chance.
Take a pose!
Come on, just tell Paimon already! What's...
Here, this is it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you...
Precisely. A recent one at that. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle, soothing agitation and anxiety,
Whoa, what a cool gadget! We could have come to Mount Outsong right off...
How preposterous. Had you and I not recalled much of her we Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves.
Paimon thinks she gets it.
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean.
And you and I. It appears she has already...
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even...
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full... You already knew each other?
Yes. I never...
Granny, please don't cry.
Oh, don't worry, my dear. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's all come back to me now.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience.
No, it's okay. Now that I've shown you, everyone, I can...
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't...
I know, dear child. My feeling some time ago.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Joy?
I am, in truth, not a human being. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I fought
50 years ago?
That's right. Master regaled me with many... She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of... But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to... She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years. And if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time...
Oh no. So that was...
Was it because of...
Indeed. I fell in love. Though he was human, although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away.
Oh no. What?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living alone. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes. But I was too ashamed to face her. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her fate. But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a...
Granny! What's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence, Master?
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny...
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistake...
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed... One found you with such ease every time.
Wait! Paimon's confused! So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again?
Perhaps